As this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. It's Friday, baby. And we heading into a weekend that we can't win nor lose. How about that? Let's get it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. And as the room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends or neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Ain't no party like the Cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove? Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. 5, 4, 3, 2. One. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove? Come on with it. They say stand tall or not at all. Come on, baby. Hey. What else they can do? All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. And if you don't know, man, come on. Nobody, baby. Come on with it. It's Friday, baby. And who can do it like me? And who can give you what you need? Nobody. All right, man. Appreciate you. Nobody, baby. Oh, whoa. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I know y'all want to get right to it, man. The Cowboys, we are a one-dimensional team. We are a team that's on defense that's ranked 32nd in most categories. On offensive tack as relates to running the ball, 32nd in most categories. And the thing is, people begin to speak. And some can say they outspeak their wisdom teeth when they do those type of things. Because at the end of the day, we just trying to gather information, baby. That's all we trying to do. And when we gather these type of things as it relates to information for the nation without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much, Jay Versick, because you said, yeah. We are here, baby. We ain't running nowhere now. We ain't folding up like wallets, nor lawn chairs, and these sorts of things. But I'm come here to tell you that I love it when the youth started to talk, because I'm just writing down notes because now we know what needed because we've been saying it for a long time. But let's listen to this guy right here. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
Hey, Curb, tell me about the defense. Like, what was the game plan? Y'all was strapping them boys.
Bro, the game plan really, it was really just like, just take 88 away. Like, we know he's a playmaker, so like once we take him out the game, like we wasn't really worried about nobody else.
Mm-hmm. The bait, BB baited the hell out of Dak on that corner in the red zone.
Yeah. I'm glad he did too, cause boy, I'm so glad he did, man. But that's what I'm saying about BB. Like he's just a different type of player, bro. Like I never seen nothing like it.
Bro, yeah, you two right there are OD. What's with the pick you had in the red zone? Because at that time, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even paying attention really to the game. We were all on the sideline. It was over. But I just see it. Damn, we got another pick, another turnover. What was it? He threw a corner route?
Yeah, he tried to throw a corner route. They ran like 4x1, and then tried to do a little corner route at 9. But I'm glad I got it though, cause they played with my first one. I caught one like first quarter.
Oh man, on the when Alex they called holding on Alex.
Yeah, bro, that was pick 6, bro. I caught it.
Yeah, you caught it. You saw the flag. You said, "Fuck."
Yeah, because I know I got to get right back out there. Like no.
So I love these podcasts, man. Everybody got a podcast, man. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie got a podcast. They climbing out of the grave with one. I would say this, that's information that's detailed that is needed. When you have those kinds of calibers of information, we know what the strategy is. Teams trying to take away 88, and then they say the rest got to fight for what they can get. There's no threat out, and shout out to Jalen Tolbert. No offense to the Jalens, but there's no threat to a Jalen Tolbert. There's no threat to a Jalen Brooks. There's no threat to a Ryan Flanoy. So there's no threat to those boys, and if we don't utilize and use 87 to a degree, they say, well, we'll use him as a situation, whereas we don't give a damn, because the main thing is you got to stop 88. Now, we talked about this with motioning. We talked about this before down the path about other things. Now, Troy Aikman did come out and state that the route runnings was atrocious, right? Was terrible. And he a lot of people getting upset about it. But let's listen to this part of it, because I want to hear from a panel of about four guys, 4.5, well, four guys and a lady, and we're going to listen to them. Okay, hold on.
You're so ugly, they got to put a pork chop around your neck to get the dog to play with you. They had to put a first-round pick around. I know.
Yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear audio straight.
But anyway, Jared Goff, in the eyes of the Rams, was so bad they had to put a first-round pick around his neck to get the Lions to take him, and look how far he's come.
It's huge. It's worked
better
out.
than a pork chop.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was a statement. Like Dan
I don't know that I
Campbell
fully
and the
followed
Lions-
that whole thing, Flory. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Keep thinking about it. It'll come back around.
I don't think I followed it.
I got some pork chops.
You're all good. We're bringing Florio a pork chop necklace next week. But what I will say is that I was a little surprised that you mentioned it was like a ladder play to Penei Sewell, and it was just like, wow, you guys are almost up 40, and you're throwing.
They're
out
gonna
trick
get to it
plays. Like,
eventually.
Dan Campbell wanted to make a statement today. That was a little bit of a shot at the Cowboys. I think maybe for last year as well.
The one thing that's real in Dallas is it's a star-laden team.
That's what part
Both
I
on
want y'all
offense
listening.
and on defense, and really there are two stars on defense, Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. Those are two best players, and they're out. So when you're a star-laden team and you're not that deep, and you take those two stars out of it, it can look real ugly.
Yeah, but did
Before they get farther down this line, Jason Garrett, now you got the answers to the test. You got the answer to the test now. Come on, Jason. Riggs! I can't take this no more, Riggs.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord.
He got the answers to the test now. Jason Garrett.
Just saying this burden is a little bit too heavy for your servant, Lord. I'm just saying, Jesus, my cup runneth over, Lord. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Thing is, I ain't even thirsty, Jesus.
Oh man, I misspelled threat. My bad. I put treat. My bad. See, I can't even spell today. But hey, appreciate you for pointing that out. I'm gonna fix it.
This was going to be the Dallas Cowboys we were going to see this season. Everyone deals with
Oh
injuries.
shit!
And when we talk
I messed
about
up on my
Philadelphia
title,
Eagles
y'all.
and
Y'all
trying to
bear
stay
with
through
me.
Something like that. Did we expect that something like this would be happening, where they're
Come on with it.
outscored 82 points through the last 4 losses that they've had at home? If you go
Yeah,
back to
and what's
last year?
particularly shocking is you said it, at home.
Yeah.
Since that Green Bay game in the playoffs, it's been ugly as can be, and I say that relative to what it
Right.
was for 2 years before that when they were so dominant. And they're not a real physical football team at home for whatever reason. They're not getting off to a good start and not playing the game they want to play.
And they did nothing to address their flaws in the offseason, right? They delayed as long as they could, paying CeeDee Lamb, taking care of Dak's contract. They had the whole all-in thing that Jerry said back in January. They didn't have the cap space or the cash to do it. How do you get better when you get blown out and embarrassed at home in the playoffs?
And we've talked about this on this show before. They are a one-dimensional offense. They didn't address the running back position in the offseason, really, other than.
Hey man, I just realized I put treat, but now I'm finna flip it. CD is the only treat that we get, baby. Come on, baby.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time?
Riggs, he's the only treat we get. We don't get no tricks. We don't get no tricks, just treats, you know. Yay. When the kids knock on the door, trick or treat, just say trick, you know, give me a trick. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna really mess up some things. But I'm not even gonna change it, because that's how the Cowboys is, man. We only got one treat. We only got one treat. Let me know if I'm wrong. We getting one treat over here. This is a early, although I built the plane while we flying, So if you don't like it, we only got one treat.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
If you don't like what I'm saying.
And re-signing Zeke, and they can't run the ball. And so their passing offense is really, it's Dak and CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson. They got some nice moments out of Jalen Tolbert last week against the Steelers, but it's like you can't ask Dak Prescott to just do it all by himself. And he had a bad game today, but like at some point when you're not balanced on offense and then you get down like this, it's too easy to tee off on you, and that's what happened with the Lions. Just to give you some stats, Coach, to what you were talking
Break it
about,
down, man.
about the Cowboys. This is the most points allowed at home in a 4-game span by any team since the Oilers in 72 and 73. They are 0-3 at home for the first time since 2010, and this 38-point margin of defeat is the Cowboys' worst since 2010, oddly enough, against the Mike McCarthy-led Packers. Pick a stat. They're all bad for Dallas.
And then you see the contrast with Detroit. Talk about Dallas being one-dimensional. Detroit's multi-dimensional on offense. That's why they're so tough to stop.
Well,
really?
For Detroit, obviously, they suffered a huge injury, a loss to their defense, their team, and Aiden Hutchinson. It was a gruesome leg injury, tough to watch. We saw him carted off, immediately put in a cast. We knew that he was going to go straight into surgery. Probably news will continue to come out. We know there's a broken tibia.
Yeah, so I played that clip only so it can provide echoes to the mindset of what's going on with this particular team. We are in shambles to that degree of being one-dimensional. And we only got one treat. I said one threat, but shoot, now we only got one treat, and that is CeeDee Lamb. There are questionings even within the confines of CeeDee Lamb. And we get it. I understand it 1,000% that we are in a situation where it's Jerry Jones himself. He is the guy that can make the moves, that can make things happen, but he refused to because now he want to sit on his high horse. He want to tell everybody, look at me. I'm not wrong. Now, y'all know I've been saying this for a long time, not a short time. It's hard to tell people what to do when you have a shift supervisor that's making 50 cents more than you. It's hard to tell them what to do. Yeah, trash don't come out. Trash don't go out on Tuesdays. No, put the trash out. It's hard to tell a manager who's probably making $1.50 more than what you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell people who got a little bit more money what to do. And Jerry Wayne and things making $1 billion with a B, and he ain't listening to us. Nah, man, we can be telling him, Jerry, it's gonna rain today, man. There's 98% chance rain. And then Jerry, he's gonna literally say this right here,
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
And then it rains. Now he's getting mad at us because we telling him that, hey, in the off season, it would be better if you're gonna pay Dak Prescott anyway. Go ahead, rip the Band-Aid off, and you'll have more and more money, more and more resources, more and more things to go out there and grab some attention, and maybe you'll have a better situation to have another wide receiver on the opposite side of CeeDee Lamb. Or you would have had the money to pay even a Zach Moss or somebody, J.K. Dobbins was there. Even if you didn't want Derrick Henry, you had enough resources and time to go out there and grab something. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I've been saying it for many a moons, right? Yeah. Y'all know it's just like this at the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to have than not to have. You know what I'm saying? And it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I've been telling people that for many a moons, and people fail to realize, or the Joneses fail to realize those small little things. It's not the little things. What they said is the little things you do, they make me want to get with you. Yeah, it's the little things, baby. It's the small things. And that's where we've been issuing errors at. It's the smaller things, Cowboy Nation. Let me see if I can find this audio. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like, share this content. If you like being here, let me know, and let's get this show on the road.
I do know that Jerry can get pretty upset. You know, he does have a temper, but he does a good job, I think,
Rewind
over the
from
years
yesterday.
of really restraining it, especially when he's dealing with the public or out in public. But to me, the reaction by him is more an indication of what he's feeling and what's going on inside of him and how frustrated that he is, and maybe by the reaction of, I don't know exactly what the question was. I think it had something to do with the off season, and obviously that was a big point of contention coming into the season, and even during the off season, that the lack of moves. The part that was surprising to me, and I've said this before, that when Jerry said, "Hey, we're all in,"
Jeez. Got Jay Versick, man. He with a super chat. He says, do you think Jerry will be more active next off season because how the pressure is getting to him this season? No, man. Shoot. Jerry's still putting salt on his McGriddle. His doctor probably said, hey, you shouldn't put salt on that. You shouldn't put salt on that. And the man is 82 years old. There's somebody right now that's finna pass out and die, and they only 42 years old, and they've been putting salt on everything. Jerry done lived twice that age, right? There's somebody right now in the hospital at 22, and they putting teaspoons of salt, and Jerry 82, and he's still alive. So Jerry, he's gonna believe in what he believe in. But I will say this. I got an upgrade to the helmet giveaway that we're going to give away. Yes, indeed, for those who make the donation to help elevate the nation. Oh, yeah. Do y'all see it now? Oh, yeah. I got the visor on it for it. So we're going to give this beautiful helmet away. And for those who donate and support the channel, I appreciate you. Your name will be entered into the drawing. Hey, we may not be winning, but damn it, we look good. We look good losing, though, don't we? We got the best color schemes in the land, but we can't win at home. That's problems right there. Jeez.
And wanted people to prove their worth. I guess the only one who has done that or is doing that currently now is Mike McCarthy. But if ultimately you're going to sign, I think everyone knew they were going to sign CeeDee Lamb. I don't agree with just let's sign him before camp and have him miss all of training camp. I'm an old school guy, and I just believe that practice matters. I believe that having the team together matters. So if I knew I was going to sign him anyway, I would have him signed so that he's working out with my quarterback and doing the things that he should be doing. But then Dak, on the other hand, I thought that was going to maybe play out through the season. But to sign him right on the eve of the opener, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense as far as what that might have been able to do then to free up some cap space and make some moves. But and I think all of that's coming back, and it's coming back on Jerry because he expected to have a really good year, and we're far from over. I'm not suggesting that it's over, but I think maybe there was an overestimate of some of these younger players of what they might be able to do. Because that's what the public was told, was that there were some young players that they had drafted, that they had invested in, that they needed to develop, and they felt good about them, and they were going to be the ones who step in and, I guess answer a lot of those questions, and it just simply has not happened. The concerns coming into the seasons or coming into the season are the same concerns we're having right now after 6 games.
So when you go back and look at that, and
no doubt we have the same concerns. The most or the worst spot that you can ever be in life is stagnant. The inability to grow. The putting in work efforts, right, and being in the same place that you were from last year to this year. Now, the Cowboys are 3-3, but from a philosophy, it is what it is. And those are things that, we have to quantify. Jay Sar says, hey, Law, thank you for your support. Thank you so much. Let me pull this up. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, Law, who would you rather trade for, Calvin Ridley or Jalen Waddle? Give me the gambler. Give me Calvin Ridley. I think that we need a nuanced route runner. I think Jalen can run routes. He's a fast burner, speed guy. So give me that. And I think that Calvin Ridley is the same age as Amari Cooper or something like that. But give me Calvin Ridley. I think that he will be the good elixir for us to help out so that teams won't say, okay, all right, we just going to pay attention to CeeDee. Well, okay, all right, well, we got Calvin Ridley. Waddle, y'all like Waddle? Give me Calvin Ridley, man. Why not Mike Williams? Mike Williams, I need somebody that can get separations. And I know Waddle really is old. Yeah, I feel y'all, man. But look, man, they don't know what. Look, we don't even know what to do with Cavante Turpin's speed. So they would damn for sure don't know what to do with Waddle speed. They would know. They'd be like, let him run a hitch or comeback. Give me somebody that can run some routes, man. And if Waddle can run some routes. I'm not taking that away from him. Swayze. Man, they need to give Troy Aikman a GM job. Stephen Jones has proven that he cannot negotiate and re-sign players making quality trades. Here's the thing. I don't think that Troy Aikman loved this team that much that he's going to take a paycheck. ESPN throwing him money. Yeah, they just taking money and throwing it at him. And Jerry Jones, for y'all definitely don't know, not only do the Cowboys front office and personnel slow to pay the players. Man, these coaching staff getting paid dog food money comparable to the other NFL teams, to the point and to the degree whereas we don't even have an offensive coordinator, and they still is paying Mike McCarthy offensive coordinator money. Y'all haven't looked it up. Mike McCarthy is literally one of the lowest paid coaches in the National Football League. There are technically offensive coordinators making more coins than my guy, Mike McCarthy. So that's another thing, man. Dallas ain't breaking off no bread, paying their doggone staff. We are the lowest paid staff, too. So that's another part of the problem, right? Whereas if you are a multi-billionaire with a B, I will go out there and seek the greatest minds that ever coached this game, and I will have them in my aura. I will have them in my circle, right? I would be sitting there like, all right, cool. There's no salary cap as it relates to coaching Ben Johnson. Okay, all right, yeah, you doing good in Detroit land, but hey, by next year I'm buying out your contract. Baby, you going to be over here calling my plays. I will pull and pick the brightest minds. The dude that's down there, Hook'em Longhorns, Sharks, he'll be over here. Yeah, all of those boys, they will be over here. But his front office, they don't even pay their employees that well. You know what I'm saying? People like, hey, man, I work with Cowboys staff, man, but shoot, hey, y'all hired over there at Law Nation because they ain't paying us that much over here. Yeah, I'm just right hand to the man. So they don't pay nobody, It's all about, hey, you should be happy that you are able to work with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet and take the discount to be here, So they getting paid dog food money, man. There ain't nobody flexing in Dallas over there getting paid. No way.
Let's talk about that connection that's not really there right now between Dak and Lamb. There were two critical plays. Both could have resulted in touchdowns. One, Lamb had one-on-one coverage, and it looked like he got the jump ball that he wanted the week before, and he didn't get to it, and it went incomplete. And then the other one was intercepted in a really good play by Brian Branch. But, again, those are two passes that, at least in the second half of last year, it seemed like those two always connected. Was that just another indication of, well, that's what you get if you don't have them working together in July and August?
I think that's part of it. I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes, and I've thought that beyond this year. And I think CeeDee's got to improve in his route running. And as a quarterback,
all right. So, there's a lot of people that's mad at Troy Aikman for saying that about CeeDee. Now, if you are of the opinion that CeeDee is running great routes, put 88 in the chat. That's only, mandatory. And if you are of the opinion that the great Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl champ, is telling the truth. Put 8 in the chat. So I need to see some discourse. I need to see whether there's a lot of 88s or a lot of 8s. Greg Young is stating that basically, Law, when they didn't draft a running back, we should have knew that they are playing the long game, but where the Cowboys' expectations are what they are. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of political gang stuff going on with the Cowboys too. Oh, and I saw somebody said that the helmet is valued at $20 or something like this. This helmet is valued right at $385, so you can donate whatever you want, but your name will be entered into the drawings whether you like it or not. If you donate, and then if you get it, you can do whatever you want. You can use it as a football, kickball, or stands, or whatever that you want to do as it relates to that. But at the end of the day, you will get this, whoever put in for the drawings for this month, and then we'll do another treat for next month. But you're right. And all right, we're saying Garcia with 8, Torres with 8, Cobbs with 8. I don't think that anybody disagrees, but Abe disagrees. Michael Jackson, I try to hit that high note. Sooner, are you an OU guy? At 88, he said that he's running great routes. Somebody put 81. I don't know how to decipher, but it's a lot of 88. David saying that, yeah, he's stating the truth. Somebody's put $8 in there. Only fan base. Our fan base is delusional. Abe, I don't know, man. Poor scheme, poor efforts, all from wide receivers. Here's my thoughts on all of this, though. Here's my thoughts on all of this. Two things can be true. I'm not saying that CeeDee is lazy. I'm not saying that CeeDee is a horrible route runner. That's his bag. If anything, CeeDee is a router, and I like CeeDee's capabilities to, especially when they move him inside. He got two-way goals, right? And he can get the separation. But if you call a route, or if you run a route that everybody know that you're about to run, it's hard to literally, because what you want off your release is all your routes to look the same, right? And then you hit them at the top. But if teams already bracketing him, rolling coverages his way, and they already know that he's the focal point, yeah, I can sit back and say, yeah, man, this man running a laser route. Yeah, I can sit back and say, yeah, man, he ain't getting separation. Yeah, I can sit back and say, man, this man trash when he have 2 or 3 on him, right? So the Cowboys effectively need to figure out ways to get him open. You see, CeeDee here out of Mike McCarthy's system, people may say, all right, cool. He ain't this, he ain't that. But when have he been in a system that's operating like these other crazy good systems? What is Mike McCarthy known for? What's our concept? What's our scheme? What's our strategy? What's our plan? What's our plan of action? What do we try to take away? What is our counter? We don't have none of that stuff. But yet we are graded from the fan base and from the outside as if though we are all in one system.
Matt Leslie, $10. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome. And your name is entered into the drawing. So there's no exact system. It goes back to even like even when y'all look at this situation and scenario. Like, you're supposed to overcome Zach Martin getting beat. I would understand if it was Cooper Beebe, TJ and them, but that's Zach Martin. He get beat. That's the twist stunt right there. But that's Zach Martin. So how do we do this? In the words of Tyrese,
what more do you want from me?
What more do you want? It's just what it is. So we're not getting blocks up front. We're not disguising. We're not taking away. We're not motioning. Damn it, we're not even trying to win. It's a situation and scenario. It appears that it looks like at times when we playing in Dallas, we trying to lose, right? You're like, come on. Scott Miller got that much negative Negative energy? Did Jerry Jones walk under ladders, bust mirrors? What did he do? Yeah. Oh, no, come on, Posey. Don't give Zach Martin a nickname, bro. Come on, man. I can't even repeat that name that you said. Come on, Posey. Come on, you better than that. Come on, man. You killing me over here, Posey. Come on, man. Why you gonna do me like this, man? Huh?
Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me.
Look at Zeke. What is Zeke supposed to do on that? What is Zeke supposed to do? Zeke. So you can't expect to have a clean route or a clean run when there's no scheme.
If you're not certain where guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play the position. And so that's what I see. I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they run. Usually, if they do, it's because they're anticipating they're going to get the football in that play. But if they're not, they don't, and it all ties together. And so, I'm not impressed with that part of it. I've just finished watching the Baltimore Ravens because I have them this week. You put on a film of theirs and watch their receivers run routes, and they come off the football. And
so he did a comparisons analysis, getting off of the football. I don't know what's his name, Coach Prince, not the singer, not the artist, but Prince. What's Prince's name? Give me his full name, y'all, so I can get it right. I don't know if he's teaching these guys to explode off of the LOS, or he teaching these guys to do the hizzy. You right? So it's one of those things. It ain't Freddie Prince. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? And why Solari is still employed, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. You know, Robert Prince, that's his name. So I don't know if Rob Prince is teaching them boys that specific deal there. Yeah, I want you to get sweet off the line. I want you to get off the LOL like that. No, I want you to press and get up. You know, I don't know the concept and the scheme. So I can tell you that whatever damn concept and scheme is not working is what we're trying to say. And we got another super chat. Appreciate you so much. Austin Lloyd says, I think as a bottom line, all around, we are an organization with more excuses and mentally blind by something versus doing the needed decision, making Jerry admit that he's wrong. Have you ever heard this statement right here, Austin Lloyd? And I appreciate you so much for your support and your super chat. You know, write this down. Philosophical law, right? The eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Write that down, ladies and gentlemen. The eyes are useless. It don't matter what we see. But because the mind of the Cowboys, the set, is all about, hey, who's going to perform? Like right now, they are probably focusing in on who's going to perform at Thanksgiving. They are spending more and more time during the bye week, this particular week, to see how we can get butts in seat at Arlington Stadium. They probably have some type of concert this week. Instead of picking up the phone, let me give T. Higgins a call. Let me call it in Cincinnati and see what we can do. Let's see if we can shake the tree. DK Metcalf, let's at least attempt to match him up with CD. Oh, Jeffrey Simmons, let's figure this out. Maybe the Titans, they not winning anything. Let me give them a call. You know, let me call the Jaguar people and see if we can get Travis Etienne. We don't think down the stretch. Appreciate the gift. Appreciate you. Jay Versick, thank you so much. Gold level 2, thank you. And JF, appreciate you for receiving the gift, man. Boy, y'all good over here, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all so much for y'all support. So even, I love that somebody mentioned Kevontae Turpin. You know, he's another guy. He's a guy that I know for sure that we seen him take the top off the defense versus the 49ers. We did that one play and never to see it again. To never use Kevontae Turpin, a guy that runs a 4.29 or 4.28, is insane. That's insane. You don't need scheme to put him on a 9. But when I held that 9, all I can see was my mama's eye. No one knows the struggle. They only see oh, come on, baby. Y'all brought the Tupac out of me, man. Come on with it. That's Cavante Turpin. And we get that, and we don't even go back. I'm sitting here like Cowboys. Simpler this thing down. Yes, we're missing Brandon Cooks. Yes. The moment they said that they ain't worried about other players, and they only fixated on Lamb, that means there's 2 people that's going to be accounted for Lamb. Possible 2.5. It's like playing spade, It's like 2 and a possible. So what they need to do is, I'll be sitting up right now if I'm Mike McCarthy, but he's not. If I'm Brian Schottenheimer, but he's not, I will be looking at it like this. Hey, Cavante Turpin, I know you're 160 pounds. I don't know. You may be 170 on a good day. But I will be putting you on counter motions, reverse sweeps. We're going once a quarter. We got 4 quarters. Dak, I just need for you to throw the ball to him. You can close your eyes and say to Allah, you know what I'm saying? And just throw the ball to him. That will make the defense honest. Even if you throw them on a 9 route and throw it out of bounds, at least they say, well, damn, man, that kid right there can run. He's a 4.29 guy. You just never know. So we got to play real defense. We can't roll and cover that much to the left side now because this dude can take the top off the defense. That will work, right? You got to start utilizing some of your ancillary pieces so that they can create some type of flow for CeeDee Lamb. Since we got a insane, we don't know, zero identity to do with running game, we'll spread this thing out. If you're going to down your principle, down your principle. But there's always things that we can always try to rewind in time.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's what Jerry need to call, personal injury lawyer Frenkel and Frenkel, 214 or 817-3333-3333. Call Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyers, especially if you're in a situation in a jam, in a car wreck. Why not call Frenkel and Frenkel? What I would like to do is now open up the phone lines for your mind, because at the end of the day, call my phone, hit my line. I want to know y'all thoughts on this beautiful day. Troy Aikman scapegoated CeeDee. He talked about Dak too. He talked about the ownership. He talked about a lot of things. Come on. Come on with it. The hotline for your mind. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Jerry, call Johnson & Johnson. Get some oil going on. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all crazy. Come on with it. I got from the 910 Smoke One For You. You're live on the nation, brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Talk to me, man.
Law, what's good, brother?
Hey, all is well, man. Can't complain.
Man, these jokers are cutting up in his chat today, ain't they, bro?
Boy, they cutting everybody like, man, shoot, R.I.P. to OJ, but they cutting like OJ. On a Friday, baby. What's going on?
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Man, don't you hate these long bye weeks, especially if we lose, man? Oh my God.
Man, all I can say is that there's no possibility of us losing. We can only gain. We can only gain this weekend, because I think the Giants play the Eagles, right? We rooting for the Giants this weekend, and I think the Panthers play the Washington team. which I think the Washington team should steamroll the Panthers. But come on, Panthers, man. Come on with it.
Yeah, I hope they do. Shoot, my birthday's next week, so hope we win next week, man. I don't want to lose on our birthday week, boy.
No doubt,
man.
no doubt.
Look, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
anyway, man, yeah, after watching all these videos and all this talk and all stuff like that, man, bro, if Dak would not just key on CD all the time, bro, these guys are actually getting open, man. He just key on him. I wish this dude would play like he did in 2016. He didn't care who the number one was, right? He just threw it to who was open. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what happened to that guy? Like, what is our OC doing to make him or our front office doing to just key on one
you know what you
bro?
Damn, you know what you just did now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, don't.
Damn, Smoke, man. Smoke, now you know what you done did now. Come on, man. Come on. Now you opened up this right here. Now, Dak himself haven't been playing Dak Prescott football.
He hasn't.
He haven't been playing. Now, I don't know if this forcing or feeding of CeeDee Lamb is a thing that, hey, I got to get my guy playmaker the ball. I got to get somebody going. I got to get him in rhythm because we're trying to make up for lost time. But forget all of that. You better be spreading the wealth over here. If another player's open, throw that ball to the other player. But yeah, I get what you're saying though. You know.
Yeah, bro. It's just crazy. And they need to stop this Zeke crap, this saying that we can't run the ball. Bro, it's right there on paper. It's right there in front of us on video. We can see what the issues are, bro. Like, these dudes just ain't blocking. And that, I'm going to say it one more time. I promise you're going to get mad at me. I don't care. We need another O-line coach, bro. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this.
Well, at this time, you know, there's nobody that you can fire right now and then just insert. They're gonna have to lay in this this is the thing that they are in. Mike Solar, you know, I love when people say, well, Zeke wash, you know, Rico can't run. Yeah. Hunter, man, he don't get the opportunity. You know who's really washed then, if that's the case? Mike Solari, you know, he's the one that's washed. Yeah, he gonna take a nap. Go take him to bed, man. Go tell him, go to sleep, man. Go let somebody else do this, man.
This is my last thing I'm gonna say though. I was telling everybody this, bro. We have a 1970s blocking scheme. We got a 1980s, 1990s OC. Right. We got a 1990s DC. Y'all put that in perspective. It's 2024. Let's go.
Appreciate
go Cowboys.
No doubt, man. That smoke one for you. Yeah, I think that there's no tangible scheme. And I hate to beat up Jeff Blasco, but he ain't Skip Pete. He ain't Gary Brown. There's people that's more qualified to coach running backs than a Jeff Blasco. But Jeff Blasco got the position in the job because he's from Pittsburgh. You know, he's not Jerry Jones' guy, but he's Mike McCarthy's guy. We've been saying this, and I'm not trying to advocate for somebody to lose their job or what have you, but we are the most valued franchise in the National Football League, baby. You know, we are. So at some point, we got to look at what we got and see who's teaching who. Let me get the next caller in from the 214. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Man, I ain't even call you to talk to you about that, but now that you're saying that about this whole Jeff Blasco thing, so let me just show you. We got Jeff Blasco, Scott McCurley, Mike Nolan. Bruh, your boy Mike don't have a good track record with coaches.
Hell
Get
no.
this bum ass up out of there, man. So I wasn't even trying to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
What I called you about was my brother is a Steelers fan.
Okay.
Me and my brother, we go back and forth all the time about a lot about the NFL in general.
Mm-hmm.
We just recently go back and forth about this whole CeeDee Lamb thing. My brother feels like CeeDee Lamb's routes is ass cheeks. Like, and I fight him tooth and nail about it because I'm a receiver, and I train my nephew. My nephew is a tight end and a D end. So I train my nephew like a receiver. and I study CD, and CD get busy to me.
Hell yeah.
But with my brother, he showed me some of CD's tape, and he showed me some of CD's like workout videos to where his arms is like flailing all over the place. You know, his routes don't look like extremely crispy, and he just looked like CeeDee Lamb's routes is sloppy. To that, you say what, Law?
Well,
to a degree, Troy Aikman said the same thing. To a degree, Troy Aikman said the same thing. So to that, you say what?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Come on now, baby.
Man. I mean, I think that, you know, what tend to happen is that when Cowboys lose, we begin to pile on. And I know for sure CD can get separation. I know that he's one of the best wide receivers at the top of the route to get busy. I think that the scheme is such a horrid one that there's only so many ways you can run a 7. You know, there's only so many ways you can run a bang 8. There's only so many ways you can run, and everybody see what you're running. They see you. They sitting on routes. They know that when you are lined up in shotgun and CeeDee Lamb is on the outside and they motion him back inside, okay, he's getting the ball. We've seen this 1,000 times. So, and I get what Aikman is saying. I think that what Aikman was more so doing is making a comparisons analysis between the Cowboys' overall route running versus what he's seen out of tape of Baltimore's. Out of Zay Flower, I wouldn't want nobody else from Baltimore running routes. And I know I like Isaiah Likely, I like Mark Andrews, etc. But at the end of the day, they are being coached differently. There's no political football elsewhere. So I'm not finna throw CeeDee Lamb out here to say, yeah, he's a terrible route runner or he's not capable of getting separation, etc. When everybody know what they're doing. You know, it's just what it is, bro.
I knew I was going to do this. I had a second point, and I done fooled around and forgot the damn second point. And I'm kicking myself so bad, man.
No, you good.
But yeah, I just wanted to get your perspective on that, because me and my brother, we go back and forth about that quite often, about, you know, topics like that. So it's crazy that Troy Aikman kind of brought that up, because I know my brother going to use that against me. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at your boy. Look at your boy. Hey, he said CD Rouse is ass. What's up with that? That's your boy Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl. He going to hit me with all that.
Well, let me ask you this. What is our scheme? What do we try to do?
Oh, Law, you don't even want me to get into that. You know for
I know for damn sure. Yeah. We don't have a scheme.
I know we ain't got no scheme.
No strategy at all. So that part of it, you know, and it's hard to really quantify that. But if it's me saying that, hey, if I had a longer time, if I can talk to Troy Aikman, I would tell him to dive a little bit more into that. It could be a certain route that he's talking about. There's so many layers to it. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, Darius. Thanks for calling.
This is what I say too. I've always said this too. We can't have a true assessment of a lot of our players, and really of Dak Prescott for real. That's why I don't get on Dak Prescott ass that much, because I know they're not marrying the coaching and the scheme with his prototype, or with the way that his skill set will be elevated to a degree. If you don't have the right head coach or the right coaching in general, that coach is not going to get the best out of your quarterback. You're not. That's why I'm never that hard on, or let me not say that. That's why I'm never that excruciatingly criticizing Dak like that, because I know Dak is not getting coached the best. And when you're not getting coached the best, you gonna look like that. To me, it kind of look like Dak is starting to regress instead of progress. He's starting to regress and get in his head a little bit, because if you remember, Dak Prescott be coming in the league throwing interceptions. That was the opposite.
Yeah.
Dak never threw picks, because that's where they coined the phrase dink and Dak, because Dak was going to take care of the ball, dink and dunk here, dink and dunk there, and we was praying, Dak, throw the damn ball deep, fam. Throw it deep. Yeah. But he would never do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as he's gotten as he's progressed, he's digressed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like that's coming from a perspective of coaching, and then that's all I got to say.
No doubt. Good call from Darius, man. Let me put it like this. Scheme so terrible that we now pointing out all pros as trash, right? It's just a terrible scheme. And I hate to say this, though, when you're one-dimensional, you begin to look at those things from those particular gravities of, all of a sudden, it's Lamb that's a problem, right? We reverting back to the Garrett days, whereas there were no scheme in Jason Garrett administration. It was we do what we do best, right? And we know that, that it was a lot of freestyle balling. It was a lot of, hey, I'm just going to play leverage. But it wasn't no strategy. We never had a competitive advantage of when we go into a game that we know for sure we can just count on. Coaching, right? I sat down with Andre Gerard yesterday, and we right before we hit live, shout out to Cowboys and Chill with Clarence Hill, Gerard was talking about the fact that, he was for a spell, he know Dennis Allen and he knows Sean Payton. And just to be clear on everything, Dennis Allen is a real good coach, but he's in absolute fear of Sean Payton. And he said one day he was in the scouting room, he was doing his work or what have you, and you know how you have the fear so much of someone that you about face, you turn and go the whole opposite way because you scared to see that person. So before the game even kicked off last night, Saints versus Denver Broncos, Gerard was like basically saying, Dennis Allen's not going to win this game. Why? Because he have the absolute fear of Sean Payton. This brother breaks in pools of sweat when it's just talking to him. So he wasn't even going to be on the same page. He was timid in his play calling, his play design, and his strategy, just off of fear. And we don't, now to transfer all of that information to Mike McCarthy, I don't think that there's a single coach on this staff that's in absolute fear of Mike McCarthy. I don't think that there's a single coach on this staff that's absolute in fear of Mike Zim. Everybody knows what's up, These are all temp workers coaching the Cowboys. Can you imagine coaching this particular team, this beloved team, with all of the historic information that you can take to the bank and say, man, this is a great franchise. Oh, my goodness, Tom Landry, Roger Staubach, and those boys, Tony Dorsett, Ed Too Tall, then Hollywood to a degree, And you got a coach that's on a one-year deal, last year of his contract. You got players that's in the 3-4 year contracts, and this coach telling them what to do. They can be like, shit, nigga, you won't be here next year. Come on, bro, you ain't here next year. I do what I want. I will go through A gap when I'm ready. I'll shoot through B gap when I'm ready. These boys are not in fear. There's no accountability. I will stand on business with that because that's how it's operated. They will go back to Jerry and say, hey, Jerry, coach tripping. What's coach doing? Well, he ain't giving me this. Come on, man. That's just what it is. I know you guys can see that. But neither here nor there. Let's cut away to another sponsor deal here because I want you guys to get the utmost and the opportunities to get the best things possible. And let's get it one way or another. All right, so this video is brought to you by my bookies. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. 100% match up to $1,000. That's that thou wow. You know what I mean? Plus $10 casino chips. Now, when you use promo code LawNation, we are also going to be able to double your earnings with that. So be sure and be mindful to use promo code LawNation. On top of that, loyalty pays really well over here. They got a loyalty program with my bookies, whereas the longer you in with us, the higher you grab your tiers. It's like this. The more you play, the more you win. So that's a win-win deal with my bookies. Keep in mind, when you're all around my bookies, just use promo code Law Nation, and we'll take real good care of you because this is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. Let's get it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Got DMV George in the building. Talk to him.
What's going on, Law? What's going on, Law?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. What you got?
Hey, I was just thinking, just one of your points. You said in the Garrett administration, going back to then, like we ain't ever had no identity, right?
Right. Well, we had mindset. It was this mindset like physicality, toughness, mental focus, mental attitude. That's what Jason Garrett brought to the table. We call me crazy, but I think in his administration, we never had back-to-back blowouts. We never had streaks of us getting our ASS chewed at the crib. You know what I'm saying? we probably lose some road games, but we'll win some home games. But it never looked this bad. But go ahead.
I feel you, but I was just saying, like, anytime in the last 10 years we actually had like a good season, I feel like we had a little bit of an offensive identity, and it was that we were going to come in there and run the ball, like, no matter what. Like 2014, 16, even with the Mike McCarthy era. Actually, never mind. I can't even bring that up because, to be honest, we never had no like dominant run game in the last 5 years since he's been here. But I feel like in the Jason Garrett era, anytime we had like some type of good season, our identity was to run the football, with our dynamic running back at the time, which either DeMarco Murray or Zeke, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to the main points, getting to the topic of our season now. I feel like, and you brought it up perfectly. You took the words out of my mouth. Jeff Blasco does not know how to coach running backs. He's never played running back. It's nothing that Dalvin Cook, if you're not going to play him, he could be I promise you on everything, he could be a better running back coach than Jeff Blasco right now.
Hell yeah.
Here today. It's nothing. Jeff Blasco, I never say he can't coach O-line because we see him do it. But and I feel like he might even give us a better look there than Solari at this point. Because we said we can't like fire Solari or anything. That's not going to happen. I feel like he'll give us a better look at O-line if Mike McCarthy wants to keep him around just because he's from Pittsburgh. But our running back coach, it's nothing he can tell because we have a lot of accomplished men in that running back room. They're just not in their prime right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Deuce Vaughn was one of the best running backs in college. He's an accomplished man. He's done it at both levels at one point. And Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook. I feel like it's nothing Jeff Blasco really could tell them or has told them that's made a difference. But it also marries with the offensive line coach because, whatever our scheme is not being taught either well or it's not modern enough or nuanced enough to for us to move the ball. And that ties into Dak Prescott, because really the problem is we're moving the ball decent enough, but in the red zone there's no threat of a run. I'm not worried about Rico Dowdle scoring a rushing touchdown. If we get to the 20-yard line, I'm not worried about him housing it for 20 yards off something, or I'm not worried about anything in the red zone that has to do with the Cowboys run game. And I feel like that's very crucial because in the red zone, those windows are so tight, and that's the reason why Dak has so many red zone interceptions in the past, X amount of weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like if we can get some type of run game in the red zone, and I can't assess this team at all until we have some type of run game. Like there is no threat. Like even last year we had the Tony Pollard little play action from shotgun that we would run so constantly that would work. And last year we all know that we felt like we didn't have a run game last year, but now we see how really bad it could have got. Without that burst and acceleration. We was complaining about Tony. We did not like Tony. We wanted, some of us wanted Tony out of there last year.
Well, Tony, the problem was with Tony is that he was coming off a year removed from his injury, and it takes a full calendar year before you get some of those bursts and acceleration, which we're seeing now. It's not like the Titans are winning, but they are a whole lot better running the ball than we are right now. We're 32nd ranked. So the Cowboys, regardless of how we look at it, we try to get cheap labor, off of the most valued franchise. This should be. I would rather for them to pick up the phone and call Tashard Choice and say, "Hey, Choice, we seen what you did. You're a great running back. For us, bring him in for a cup of coffee to be a running game coordinator. There's no damn salary cap to running. And this dude right here, Jeff Blasco, I'm not trying to take this man's job away from him, But it clearly somebody don't know what they doing as it relates to running the ball. And I'm quite sure that this man, and I'm not trying to judge him by his picture, but it looked like he can't even shake nothing. You know what I'm saying? But come on with it. No, I'm just being real.
I just looked at. I pulled up the same thing. I'm like, there's no way he know anything. He can't tell them men in that room anything. We talking about some of the best running backs in college and NFL history, like in Dalvin Cook, Deuce. People don't know how good Deuce was at K-State. Like, But I just want to talk about. I want to ask you one more question because you said something earlier about nobody fears Mike. Do you feel like it's necessary to fear, like the coaches to fear Mike? Because I feel like Mike, everybody knows Mike as the guy that like he cares about his players. He's a caring guy. Like everybody, even right now, they're still talking about the reason why we don't practice as hard and stuff is because veterans taking these off days. And Mike, nobody cares about the players' health and how they feeling day to day more than Mike McCarthy. And I feel like we see with like other winning franchises that like your head coach doesn't have to be the fear guy. Like nobody, like I feel like people feel the exact same way about Andy Reid, and you see what they're doing. But that's because they have scheme. I don't want to compare them, but like I feel like that's not really necessary.
Andy Reid's been a hell of a great coach. I literally popped champagne bottles when he got up out of the NFC East. I think that Andy is more methodical. I think that he's more solid. And to be fair, his blood pressure is not up over there. He don't have the damn owner, general manager, and his son talking 2 or 3 times, undermining him, right? So it's just Andy Reid and his system. They have the same system since Alex Smith was there. It haven't been changed around. So when you're talking about something that's been put into place that haven't been changed around, that people and teams, they have levels of expectations from it. So they were a 11-win team with Alex Smith, and they just put some dynamite and some elixir in there to blow it up even more with a Pat Mahomes. So Pat Mahomes don't have to learn a whole new system every year. That defense been so solid, man, for the last 4 or 5 years. Look, Spags ain't going nowhere over there. He ain't interviewing for other jobs. Other teams are not reaching out to him when they get to the postseason to say, hey, man, is there any chance that you want to interview? Nah, it's all focused on playoffs.
Why is that? Why doesn't I was wondering that the other day. Why doesn't nobody reach out to Mickey Spagnuolo?
Man, when you in the land of flowing with milk and honey, Spags been a head coach before. He know how the rough terrain is. So Spags looking at it like, shoot, I'm in the land of flowing with milk and honey. I don't have to go anywhere. And his system is by far nice over there, and he's not being poked at. He can just be in the shadows and continue to win. And that's what we needed over here. But we don't have that. It's always somebody got to watch over their back. It's always somebody is trying to take your job from you and stab you in your back over here. And it's just crazy because that's just what it is, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. And I thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Good call from DMV, man. George right here. I got from the 501, and then we had the 682. 501, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, now,
what's up?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you greatly. Yeah.
Why everybody trying to act like we ain't got no scheme? Ain't this called a Texas Coast? Whatever happened to that? I thought that was the name of the scheme.
Texas Coast? Yeah. It's a good name, but it definitely ain't a scheme. Like, what do we try to take away?
Oh, hey, check this out, but hey, Troy ain't been right though, man. Everybody out there running Lexico Davis, they ain't running no routes like they really mean that long. That's why it's so easy to stop them. Ain't nobody out there just running like they mean it. Go back and look at the tape, long.
Yeah. Spotlight on us, man. When we lose, when it rains, it pours, right? So we are 3-3. 49ers 3-3. Not a soul mentioning why they are 3-3 versus we are 3-3. And I know it's low-hanging fruit because they haven't been blown out like we have been on all losses, and I get it. So when you are the Cowboys, we overanalyze. We overanalyze. It's hard when you running 60 plays in a game, and out of them 60 plays in the game from an offensive perspective, damn near 40 to 50 of them are going to be route runnings, So There's no balance to this, man, and I think that's one of the problems here, more so than these players getting labeled as being lazy.
Right. The only person I really see out there running hard is Turpin. When he get in here, he running this route because he happen to be on the field. It seems like everybody else, man, it's Trademan right in a sense, man. And people may not like it, but he is right. Even if they are shitty routes, you know,
right,
you
true.
can run them to better. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make me believe that the Carolina Panthers receiver could get fucking separation and CeeDee Lamb the thing.
But let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though, bro. When you have one player that's playing bad, you say it's a bad player, right? When you have units of players playing bad, then that's bad coaching. We have units playing bad, bro. We have offensive line playing bad. We have wide receivers playing bad. So that's units, man, and that goes to coaching. So coach is going to have to light a fire on them, and the coach has got to let them know that, hey, I'm looking at the tape. If we are able to see that these wide receivers not pressing, not getting it, not doing the full things on top of their routes and these sorts of things, then there's time for a shakeup. Somebody need to get either fired or there need to be a good name of one of these players to get cut to set an example to make a spark. I appreciate. Go ahead.
Are you for somebody getting fired? Do you think they need to go on and make a statement to wake them up? Because this is looking bad, no?
Well, I would say this: firing them now won't do it because it's just a random ass day. But if you fire, let's say for example, we go into this next game and it's the same thing that happened in Detroit game, and nobody getting fired, that will be a problem. I think that if we have the same outlook that we had last week in this 49ers game, that somebody need to get fired, you know. Because Jerry ain't going to fire himself. Jerry ain't going to fire himself. He ain't going to step down. Yeah.
However you had to go through this, man, they showed you the one thing you said you hope they wouldn't show them. Like they didn't know how to play daggone football.
Yeah.
And they took their tail completely out there and did exactly that. And I was like, God damn.
Yep.
But
appreciate you, Press.
Hi.
Yeah, good call from you. So that's how I look at it, man. And I want people, man. We are in a world of a crazy economy, and I'm not trying to campaign for somebody to lose their job. But as they say, with great power come great responsibilities. And if you got one of the most valued franchise in the National Football League, there's only so many embarrassments that you can hand out, right? So you got to shake sometime. You got to shake something, and see what can come up out of it. Maybe some antennas raise up. Maybe I need to have a coach that's in here when he walk into the building, that hair on the back of your neck stand up. You like when I enter the building, everybody stand, all rise, to the honorable law nation. I need that type of approach. Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, because too many lackadaisies over here. We need to rule with our iron fists. Yeah, we do. And before I let the next caller in, let's just play the rest of this because I didn't see that I had a few more clips that was left in this, so we can get this whole thing going.
So do San Francisco's and Green Bay's and others, but it's hard to play the position if you're not certain how guys are going to run routes or where they're going to be. And I'm not speaking for Dak. Dak may say, hey, I think everything's amazing, but as a former quarterback watching it, it's got to get a lot better.
That's interesting, and I wonder if that ties into the way they've been practicing, because Dak and some other players have said this year after these losses, well, we didn't have a good week of practice, or we're not paying attention to detail in practice. That's a real.
Now, that what made me really hot yesterday. That what made me hot going into week 3. Who's old enough to remember after we done got out whooped against the Saints, right? We got drugged. And the Cowboys allowed Mike McCarthy to say we didn't have a good week of practice. I said, pardon me? After you done got drugged in your home, you didn't have a good week of practice? How is that even possible? Heads should have been rolling then. Somebody should have been getting the pink slip then. Somebody should have been receiving their last check over here. Somebody should have been like, hey, we regret to inform you that we will be releasing you, and please turn in your tablet and your keys to the front office, and this is your final check. That should have been the damn statement back in week 2 after we didn't had some terrible practices. It shouldn't be, or hear me out. If we having bad and terrible practice, that stuff should have been locked up only for the Cowboys to know. For us to make sure that we can clean and fix this in-house. That shouldn't even be uttered out of the mouth of coaches and players unless repercussion is going to happen. Unless change is going to happen. We didn't see no change. That's super red flags, right? Like the following week, we was up, we was down 20 points again. So it's unacceptable. And if I know it sitting in this chair, come on, Jerry. Come on, son Stephen Jones. Let Charlotte run this thing. Let Jerry Jr. run this thing. Get Stephen up out of there. Get Jerry and Stephen up out of there if they can't see this.
Dak and some other players have said this year after these losses, well, we didn't have a good week of practice, or we're not paying attention to detail in practice. That's a real red flag, isn't it?
It absolutely is. If the quarterback is saying we're not practicing hard enough, we need to be more accountable, or whatever the terminology is that he's using, and I know that a couple weeks ago he said something similar. Yeah, that's a huge red flag. One, because it's an indictment on how things are being done. But usually, as we know, Dak is the last person who's going to say something like that publicly. So if he says something, as is the case for most quarterbacks, if they're saying something publicly like that, then it's a problem, and it's obviously causing some real frustration on his part. And so that stuff, we talked about it before. That stuff's got to get cleaned up. I don't care if it's sports, business, whatever it is. I mean, there are certain things, in my opinion, that are relatively easy to clean up. And effort and paying attention to detail and knowing assignments and practicing at a certain level is amongst the easiest things that I would be able to fix.
Man, Troy for president. I vote for him over Kamala and Trump. Come on, Troy Aikman, run for president, baby. Yeah.
Embarrassment out there. That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the down or hugging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack.
Troy.
I'm tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach who gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively that won't do anything about it.
Troy.
I mean,
it wasn't Troy. Come on with it, man. I got the 682. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on? What's good with you?
Hey, man, all is well.
Cowboy Nation. Now, I know it says 682, but I'm representing that 404 from Georgia.
Georgia, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I grew up not too far from Shannon Sharp, man. Be real with you.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yes,
hey, as long as Shay can get it.
All I ask.
It's all he asks. Go ahead.
That's it. Man, I'm going to have to dress some people up and dress them down.
Okay.
Man, I'm looking at first let's go with what Aikman said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, man, hey, I was brought into the family of being a Cowboy back in 1985, even in Georgia.
Okay.
Brainwashed because of Herschel Walker and the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Now, only thing we didn't know was Herschel Walker and the Cowboys. So I done seen the lows and the highs. What I'm looking at is the same thing I saw last year, especially in that Green Bay game. The reason why, because I had money riding on that game. and I'm watching CD. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's with this cat? And so I'm going to start watching his body language. He get ready to come out of stance. He coming out soft. I said, he telegraphing whether it's going to come to his side, it's going to be a run. I'm like, what's wrong with you, bro? All right, then I look. before what is his name? Ferguson scored a touchdown before the half. I'm watching CD, body language again, deflated. I feel like he has more growing to do. No doubt that he's a great receiver. I'm not going to take that away from him. But he has some more growth to do in that mental aspect. Right now, we're suffering right now that we don't have a precision route runner, a la Chris Carter, a la Cooper. We don't have that. All this unscripted, throw my hand up, I'm open. In the offense that we're running, that's not going to work. You can be open all day, but if you're not where you're supposed to be at, now everything is. Hey, I like Dak Prescott. Yeah. I've met his family. Cool people, man. They real cool. They're some good people. But you can't put us, when I said us, I'm talking about the nation, in a fix where we're all eating at each other. That's what's happening right now. When the ship start to go down, man, everybody trying to save their life, and it's not finger pointing start to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what really depressed me.
What's that?
Watching two games, that Saints game, and watching that Baltimore game. On defense, twice, I've seen this over and over again. D-Law is out hustling the linebackers trying to chase down a runner. Why is that? Now why is your edge rusher running all the way downfield trying to chase down your runner and your linebackers and cornerbacks don't give up? It is the culture that we have. It has to change. Do you remember our cornerback Awuzie when he went to Cincinnati?
Yeah.
He said that for the first time in a long time after leaving Dallas, he felt like he was playing real football. He was out in the elements. He said he really felt like he's playing football. He said it's too easy in Dallas, and I think that's the biggest thing, that these new Cowboys we have here, they're living off of what Irvin did, Emmett did, Aikman did. So it's fair for them to come out, the old heads to come out and criticize these new guys, because you can't eat off of my fame. You got to go out here and stake your own. You got to make your own fame. You can put up the numbers, but where is the wins that matter?
I appreciate you for calling in, man. I'm going to give my rebuttal once you leave, bro. I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you, bro. Good call. Good conversation.
All right.
Good points. And I will say this, though. I don't think that the players know who's Drew Pearson's, Michael Irvin, Dez Bryant to a degree, of all what they did as far as their legacy. But what I can tell you, Jerry Jones do, I don't think that these players are living off of that. I think that Jerry and Stephen is living off of that. They're living off of the 90s. That 90s high, they still on. These players, they don't know. Parsons not really into, like, he didn't even know. Parsons last year didn't even know that the 49ers was a rivalry game. Let that sink in. He didn't know it was a rivalry game, right? These guys, they don't really know how the football really is back in those days. Why we really can't stand the Washington team. Why we really can't stand the 49ers, the Steelers. They don't know that much of the history of it. So what I'm saying is that I get his point with the culture thing. That's not going to change until someone's 6 feet under, right? And he might outlive us all. He might have that reptilian blood that he might just change and shape into a whole nother thing, you know. And Jerry going to outlive us all. He putting salt on his McGriddle right now as we speak. So my thing is, I give it what he's saying collectively, but it's not going to change. So when we lose, it feels as if though the whole world done stopped, but the world continue to spin. And what we've been saying for multiple years, the Cowboys, you don't have to move earth and heaven. We just need for y'all to make a few moves instead of just being so bought in on trying to be right with your unknown guys, the guys that they pull from UFL, the guys that they pull from Walmart and Uber Lyfts and all of that stuff, Amazon dropping packages off. We bring them here and we say, hey, get the job done. That's more of the situation. That's more of the problem. The need to be right. The need to be right. And they want to be so successful. They want to buy low on the coaching staff. These coaches not getting paid arm and a leg like other coaches around the NFL. Go look it up. And they do the same thing as far as the strategy from bringing in guys. But I can go deeper in that. That'll be another 3-hour show. All right, I'm gonna let the 817-863 and we'll get this going. So 817, you live.
What up, Law?
Hey, go ahead. Mm.
So honestly, how I feel about the situation is this: the only way for us to really save the season is, like I said, we always said this, you can't rely on Jerry. And I know Jerry might cut Mike McCarthy's balls off, and I understand that he might sing in control. But it's also up to the players to say, hey, you know what? We know that our coach can't do so much that we have to step up as a leader. That's the issue. So I'm going to ask you a question. Who do you feel like is the leader on the offensive end? Who do you feel like the leader is on the defensive end?
Say that again?
Who do you feel like who do you feel like the leader on the offense is? The offensive end, and who do you feel like the leader is on the defensive end?
Organically, is Dak Prescott is the leader on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Organically, the only treat that we have is CeeDee Lamb, right? And Dak himself, he's one dimensional. He's not gonna like he was a dual threat quarterback that can give you some runs if things break down, but he don't run the ball. I look at Dak now more of the older Big Ben Roethlisberger, right? Like Dak is more burlier. He's bigger. He's not a guy that we can sit back and say, okay, damn, run it. Just right there, get the first down. But he's trying to squeeze it, and he looks only to one side of the field now. I don't know what's going on. I hate to say that about Dak Prescott at this point, but that's what that's what we were able to see. We were seeing him spread the ball throughout on the Steelers game. But that was only one game, right? So Dak himself, if he's the leader of this team on offense, either he got to go into that meeting, bang the table, and say, hey, I need damn run game. Being 32nd right now, not getting it done so that we can implement play action, right? I need for Dak to be, and I don't know if he's doing this behind closed door, as Troy Aikman alluded to, but I need for him. Like we need water, I need for him to reach out and say, hey, I need, like the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Aaron Rodgers said, damn it, I need another wide receiver. But in Cowboys land, Garrett Wilson and Mike Williams would have been enough. But that wasn't enough for the Jets, right? Wasn't enough for a kind of caliber of quarterback that everybody, mama, uncle, cousin said that's better, right? So if we're talking about just the Cowboys by itself, outside of the Chiefs, because that's a cheat code, outside of the Chiefs, every other team got two combos. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and they ain't winning over there. The damn Eagles, AJ and Smitty, right? Keep naming Brandon Ayuk and Debo. Everybody else got two wide receivers and a damn good tight end. But the Cowboys say, hey, you know what? We can just do it with CD. It ain't gonna work. You need to have more than one treat. So that's the defensive. That's the offensive leader. On the defensive side, oh man, y'all gonna have to help me. Who's the defensive leader outside of Eric Kendricks? Y'all help me in the chat. Who's the defensive leader? Overshawn. He's gonna be. He's heading to that role, but I don't know. I don't know a defensive leader on this team. Malik Hooker. Is he the leader? Is that your king? Like D-Law to a degree, but him and Parsons was getting into it. And Parsons, I love Parsons' skill set and his capabilities, but and I'm gonna just speak freely. I don't mind the damn podcast, but it's like you got to read the room. We just got our ass handed to us, and he's on the podcast. So it's like it's like, hey, I get it. Go make your bread, go make your coins, talk your game. But at the end of the day, we ain't like us old school fellas. We ain't used to that. We ain't used to seeing a Cowboy player talk to an Eagle player until rivalry week. So it's one of those things. Whereas I don't know on the defensive side who take me to your leader. I don't know who they gonna take him to. Y'all help me out.
That's the problem. Yeah, and that's the issue. The issue is you need leadership. You have to have somebody that you can look up to and say, hey, when you're getting your ass kicked, Law, you need to have some type of effort. Like, okay, cool, you got your ass whooped, but it's no excuse to get dogged down 47-9.
Yeah.
They were being so petty. They were using the offensive lineman on there multiple times on multiple routes.
Yeah.
That you have to have some pride for yourself as a man,
right.
not as a football player,
Yeah.
not as a person who just stood up for your paycheck to paycheck. You have to have pride as a man that you are not about to let this team just stand there and do whatever the hell they want to do. Because they gave up after the first two or three possessions, because they couldn't stop them. And I understand. Fine, you're in a rabbit hole. Mike McCarthy last year, and it's a duck season. I understand that. But as a man, there's no way in hell I would stand there and let an offensive lineman sit and run around on me. I'm sorry, I'm going to give 15 yards. I'm about to knock the hell out of him.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So I feel like the team they actually need somebody to have pride for themselves. Have pride, not just being on a Cowboys shirt, but as a man to have pride to sit up here and say, we will not stand for this to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so some people in the chat saying J. Lou may be our defensive leader. That's
because he's a dog.
He's a dog. Yeah.
But J. Lou can only do so much.
He can only do so much.
He could talk the noise, but everybody else is being all friendly and just walking around with their head down. He can't. It's like I said, he can only do so much. You have to have that dog instinctiveness. This is football, Law. We're not playing no ballerina. We're not playing tennis and stuff like that. This is a physical contact sport where they're not going to be nice to you. They're not. There's no handshaking. There's no buddy up again. I just seen earlier they were saying Baker Mayfield and Mark Andrews, they were best friends. But Mark Andrews said, hey, during football season, we're not friends. We're not friends at all. And Baker Mayfield talked about how they're not friends right now because it's football season. After the football season over with. That's how you have to be. You can't make friends during the season because guess what? When you see that person again and they knock the hell out of you, then you look up and wonder why is he acting like that? You know why he's acting like that because between the white lines, it's like in the boxing ring. It's up.
Man, good call from you, man. Great call from you, bro. What's your name so I can lock you in?
Deshaun.
Deshaun and them. Okay, Deshaun, I got you. You have a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Peace. And this is look, I'm just telling y'all from my perspective. I don't mind dude getting his bag. You got Fred Warner with a podcast. You got Ahmad St. Brown with a podcast. You even got Angel Reese with a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got a pod. I'm not saying it's just new. Me and my brother, we grew up, hell, we didn't even play the game, right? We just watching the game. And if the Cowboys lose, I wouldn't even turn on ESPN. I wouldn't turn on Fox, none of that stuff for a whole 3 or 4 days. Everybody don't heal like Wolverine, Shoot, but now we in a life cycle where you lose, you jump right on the camera, and you talk, and then you find out more details of why you lost. That's just the new era we in. We in the podcast era. What year the podcast era happened? 2020. 2020, 21, 22, we in a podcast era. Podcasters are the new rappers. Don't come out with a mixtape. Come on to the podcast. Let's talk about it. You know, that's just what they do now. That's what everybody doing now. Everybody got a podcast. Jerry Jones got 2 or 3 of them. You know, come on with it. I got from the 863. I even seen pastors get podcasts and stuff like that. Scott, you live.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Not
Yeah,
much,
pastors
man.
do have podcasts, man. Yeah. And they be on the podcast and be like, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? But listen, growing up, Cowboy Nation, those that have mothers and fathers and those who raised you, you take on the likeness of who your caretaker is, whether it be your mother, your father, or whoever. And this is what I wanted to say concerning the podcast. And I wasn't going here, but it's something that you said. They are taking on the likeness of the owner, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones always want to be seen, always want to be on camera, whether we win or lose. So the players have the same mindset.
Right.
If Jerry Jones was a dog and like he was back in the days when he had to get the best players to come over, you just went and got Deion Sanders from the team that beat you to go to the Super Bowl. So you went and got one of their best and put them on your team and said, beat us now. So that mindset is no longer Jerry. So the players, some of them have adopted that same mindset as who their owners or who their daddy is.
Yeah.
And that is a killer, period.
It's killer, yeah.
But what I want to say on to one of the other callers that said about finger pointing, there's no time for finger pointing. I disagree with that. Yes, it is time for finger pointing. Point out those players who is not running the correct routes. Point out those players who is not going 100% for this team. Point out the players who don't have the passion for this team. Because remember, Michael Irvin came on this team and did the same thing.
Yeah.
When they came and said, who is not doing it, he said, I told on that player, I told on that player. Why? Because I want to win.
Yeah.
Because I want to win a Super Bowl. That's what we're here for. I want to trash talk more than anybody at my job or on social media because my team just won another Super Bowl, bro. And I'm 40 years old. I was in the 6th grade last time we won.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I want to have something to talk about as an older man, but I still love the team and support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I have a question for you, though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
How do we overcome Jerry Jones? Because we have multiple coaches, multiple quarterbacks, multiple running backs and players, and still the same result. We could be right there, but he don't add, he'll take away. We'll be over there, but he don't steer the car straight, so we can just go straight in. How do we overcome that without saying fire Mike, fire Dak, fire Zeke, and all this other stuff? How do we overcome them?
You asking the same question that the Raiders Nation is saying. How do they overcome their dictator there? And then he had the exact same son that's in the mix too. So we could be a carbon copy of what the Raiders are right now. You will have to win in spite. We will have to somehow, hit in the draft again, and somehow if we refuse to make a single trade right now or pick up somebody of some value and expect, because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? Ray Charles dead end blind, and he can see that this team can't move the ball and they can't stop a nosebleed. So against formidable teams, because their talent is just better, right? And their scheme is just better. So the way we overcome Jerry is we have to go long. Wait it out. There's just like a stock option. There's three moves in trading stocks. Either you go long, go short, buy or sell, or stay put. That's what we just had to stay put as fans. We had to stay put, bro, and going long.
So fan base and my big brother law. After we wait him out, that's not we're not trying to kill nobody off, but the beneficiary, his son, is the same way, because we call him Cat Boy, we call him other kind of names, and even when I had David Irvin on the podcast, he literally, it's not Jerry as we think. It's Steven.
It's Steven.
So what are we going to do to overcome this death that we're watching a funeral every week? Even when we win, are we really celebrating because we won, or we know in our minds that we ain't going nowhere after this win? Bro.
Well, it's purgatory, man.
It reminds me of Jason Garrett. Look, this season reminds me of, anybody remember, Jason Garrett's last year? His last year, every time we lost a game or we didn't look like the team that we even had Amari Cooper and all the boys there. Every time they interviewed somebody, I heard that same thing. We got to execute. We got to execute. Execute. What do you think about we got to execute? I'm hearing the same thing. So I pray to God that they're not giving up on Mike like that they're not going out giving their best. We still got to win. I just want to win, bro.
We all want to win, but they got to want to win more than we do. They got to lock in more than we do. They got to really get this come to Jesus meeting more than what we want to. You know, they got to look each other in the mirror and say, hey, if we're going to lose, but damn, we ain't going to lose embarrassingly. You know, the strategy should be, all right, if I'm going to lose, there's no way the damn team going to put 40 on me. I'm going to run the ball. We're going to run. We're going to kill the clock. There's a game within the game. You got to play to your strength of your team. And you got to say, hey, and then you probably had to lock in and sing the song, we shall overcome.
This is my last day.
Spiritual songs over here.
This is my last day, bro. This is my last day. You said something a couple of weeks ago, and today I think, that you said, hey, look, the 49ers was right there, and they didn't even need McCaffrey, but I got him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I got him because he tried to get there. You know, Puff Daddy didn't need all those extra bottles of oil, but he said, I'm going to get some more.
Get some more.
You know what I'm saying? To make whatever he's doing with that oil better. I got to go get some more oil.
Yeah, get more.
We don't add.
Yeah.
We don't add, man. We take away. We don't add. And that's what I'm tired of having Jerry to do, to take away. Man, come on, bro. Y'all said, man, I know y'all fans on here, some of y'all that's watching y'all said that Derrick Henry was wise.
Yo.
Look at Derrick Henry. He's the leading rusher in the NFL right now.
Now, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah. It's just what it is, man. It's just hard to explain to Jerry, man. Like, dude, we need pieces, man. We need pieces, dog. But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Most done, brother.
Yes, indeed. That's exactly what Diddy lawyer said. Like, hey, man, he was just Diddy lawyer literally said he just like anybody else. He wanted to buy all of their oil in bulk because of the fact that it was a good sale. Like, come on, man. Nobody buying all of those damn gallons of oil because, you know, that damn Diddy boy. But I tell you what, the Cowboys, they better wake up, man. Boy, let me lock the phones up, man. Since it's Friday, man, normally we get up out of here a little bit sooner, but we gonna go a little overtime. So I'm giving y'all 4 or 5 minutes. Those who haven't called into the hotline, get yourself in line and get these things going. And while we do that, let's cut away.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Call Frenkel first, y'all. So when you're in a jam, car wreck, don't even hit 911. Just be like, man, I'm finna call Frenkel and Frenkel. I got my lawyers on the other end. And if you can't call, go to FrenkelFirm.com and get it in that way. The next caller we have here from the 206 MJU in the mix. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing?
Man, doing great, man. Can't complain. Talk to me, man.
Man, I'm just checking it out. The schemes are horrible.
Scheme is
probably what it is.
The conference has been locked.
McCarthy, he got everybody looking sorry.
It is. He got everybody.
Got that line looking sorry. Everybody, even the tight ends, everybody got away. I'm like, man, this dude is horrible. You know, defense, you know, two players, they don't want to tackle. They made business decisions.
Exactly.
You know, number 7, they ran right to his side. He wouldn't even tackle. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, man, we know that Diggs, he's not a tackler, but he is a ball carrier. He's a ball hawking guy coming off of he's coming off of a crazy injury. And I'm telling people, just like what we said last year to Tony Pollard, I put that in the same wheelhouse with Trayvon Diggs. The Cowboys are the only organization to expect players to play better than what they play like before the injury. Like, you're not going to get that. And I think that this offseason, and you still got some players like Xavier Howard. I know he needs some money. He got about 15 kids. So bring him in, for a cup of coffee. You need to bring in another veteran DB. Because even to a degree, Bland may not be all the way up to par because he's coming off of a fractured foot, So those are things that we have to plan for. But the Joneses, they look at it like, nah, we can still operate out of comfort because there's no one that can fire us even if the decision don't pan out. So that's our problem right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, our quarterback, I don't know why he won't run. If I know I'm a defense, I said, I know he ain't gonna run,
right.
And I know he's gonna try to throw the 88. So, like I told you before, how you play CeeDee Lamb? I'm a corner,
right?
I could blitz number 4, Dak, and bump and run 88 with a man over top.
Yeah,
I just do Dak Prescott all the way out because he ain't gonna look at nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the route tree that he sent the receivers on, like you throwing that when the score was 7-3.
Right.
You drive and the score, and it was first down. You should have went back in the kind of zone. I would have did a draw.
Right.
I got to 3 or 4 yards. Then they run it again. I would have did it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. So what else you got for me, Marv? What else you got, bro?
Well, we'll see after next week. I hope me and you don't be, because I know you. If we get our butt whooped by your brother, whoop.
Yeah.
Same old story. Here we go. And we got some hard games. So
I know.
We'll see. I ain't really got. I can't even talk. They turn me up over here long.
I know, right? I know, man.
They destroy me.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you. You have a good one, MJ.
You too, brother.
No doubt.
Good weekend. Long.
Yeah.
Long. One more. I know one thing. You see that boy last night for the Lakers?
Oh, no, I didn't get a chance to watch that.
Ooh, let's go watch it.
Yeah,
that
right.
white boy cold-blooded, man.
I'm definitely gonna look at that white boy on the Lakers. Appreciate you, bro. Come on with it.
Yeah.
Salute, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
How about him? Yeah. To echo what he's saying. Let me move this up because I got the phone number in the way. Hold on. Because our next few games here, we got 49ers, Falcons, Eagles, Texans. So with that being said, 2 road games, a home game, and 2 home games. So I can't have us losing to the 49ers. I'm sorry, y'all. And I love this team. I get it, but I ain't never picking them damn Niners over my boys. But call me blind, optimistic guy, but it is what it is. I got my guy, man, Coach AJ. You live.
What up?
Not much, Coach. What you got for me?
Well, after all the bickering and belly aching and bitching, you're still in the same 3-3. You're only 1 game out of first place.
Okay.
How do you get back on the right track? Get a W. But, our fans are unrealistic, and you think you can get the same results by playing C players versus A players. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And Troy was right. I was at the game. I watched our wide receivers jog off.
Mm-hmm.
I watched our tight end, Spoon runs into a receiver, knocks him off his route. The guy shoves him into a receiver, and they both are by the ball, in the middle of the ball.
Yeah.
They got 2 guys guarding, or 2 guys running around, and 1 guy guarding both of them because you can't stay on your feet. It's embarrassing. I've never seen so many professionals getting their ass kicked like they're enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And no, you cannot be my friend when I'm losing.
Yeah.
Only time I'm gonna accept you as a friend when I'm playing against you is when I'm kicking your ass.
Yeah.
It cannot be the other way around. We
Yeah.
cannot sit on a podcast and crack jokes together. I'm a grown ass man. I expect to win. I don't expect to lose, and I damn sure don't want to be your friend. That's like back in the days we see this one chick and we're both competing for her, and you just roll over and let your boy have her.
Yeah, you don't do that.
What kind of man does that?
Yeah.
I mean, they different these days. And I don't want to say all of them are, but the guy we need to be that dog, he's like a lap dog. Shit, he jumping from lap to lap instead of slapping people. Because, I mean, I hung out with some great athletes. Lawrence Taylor, yeah, he partied with you, but that was after he kicked your ass. He was not partying with you. Even Michael Irvin was not partying with you.
Yeah, Michael Irvin was so greedy that he didn't allow Tim Brown to get on his team. No, don't you know how elite we would have been? He like, no, that's Alvin Harper's enough right now.
and see how you're talking about Tim Brown. We can't even bring in a number 2 receiver or another 1A and a 1B without these guys getting their feelings, their panties in a bunch. They don't even wear panties nowadays. They wear thongs. And these guys are over here wearing, they just like the woman. They're all up in a bunch over it. Instead of playing the game like it's supposed to be played. Physical. I mean, I'm not calling them soft, but hell, everybody else is. And if you want to autograph, then maybe you should do that after the season. Or maybe you should do that after the game and not do it in public. Because you're making yourself look bad. I don't get it. It just wouldn't happen. I couldn't imagine Mean Joe Green after the Cowboys beat him or something. Or I couldn't imagine Randy White or one of those guys going, oh, we got our ass kicked today. Come on, old man. Come on, Redskins. Let's just come on in our locker room and celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah, shoot.
When did that happen? When did it become, or is that from our parenting skills? You know, time out.
Time out in the corner. No belt action. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I can say is that this is a new era. I think that, you know, I'm not going to put, like, the way we playing is of course, not on Parsons. Don't get me wrong with that.
No,
you know
I'm not. Parsons ain't been there.
He ain't been here.
You know,
but it's the optics.
Part of that first,
it's just the optics of it.
Because he can't stay in his lane.
Yeah.
But the wide receivers, I mean, you go back and watch the game. Schoonmaker is hitting receivers.
Yeah.
He knocking Brooks on the ground. So now the guy defending, one guy's defending 2, and you know they're bunch. It's like, damn, Schoonmaker got to get stronger.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have it during the season. No way.
Yeah, when is John Stevens gonna play?
I mean, he got them hamstrings, man. That's terrible right now. So hopefully.
I mean, tell me what the hell's going on, Law.
I don't know, man. I be looking for answers and solutions, but I would like to see John Stevens back into the mix sooner. I like to see Dalvin Cook.
I think he's a much better receiver than Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker might be the blocker. I don't know. But damn.
Man, Coach, I don't know.
It's sickening to think that we're not physically, we're just taking an L and they're just smiling about it, dude. Because ain't no way. Like I said, we can't play dominoes, cards, or nothing without me thinking, I got to win.
Yeah.
So, hell, I want to go to these guys' house for Thanksgiving and beat the shit out of them in every game we play. That's not how we grew up. I mean, I know that Mississippi mud don't let you let people just roll you.
Nah.
And I know your mother would say, "Oh, your brother out there in the fight."
Yo, hell
and what you doing in here?
What you doing in here? Yeah. What you doing? Somebody hit you, you hit them back. You know. Then go tell. You go hit them back.
Tell me the position. I mean, tell me what we're doing. What are we achieving? Jerry making excuses. But then Jerry did call out the O-line. You heard him. He threw the O-line under the bus. Yeah. He threw the wide receivers under the bus. I mean, he was like, the O-line got to do better.
Yeah.
The receivers got to do better. Hey, he didn't say nothing about his D, but we both know they got to do better.
They got to do better, and
I mean,
and he's the one. He's the one. No. You good, but he's the one that put those people in places. So he ultimately got to do better, and that's the number one problem. He got to do better. Yeah.
But the bottom line is Jerry ain't gonna never do better because Jerry don't give a damn. Jerry's getting paid like. Now you would be great interviewing, but hey, I'm gonna be like it is. You don't want me to ask you that question. I guess you'd be firing me right now. And Jerry would be like, "Get your damn act together, man."
You ain't lying,
and then
man.
you could look, and I saw RJ and them. I know what they were thinking. Damn, do I go ahead and ask this stupid mug one more question? Or do I just play it out? Well, Jerry, just like they did. They had to kiss a little ass. Our players are kissing ass and playing the game. I don't get it.
Oh man,
I've never seen it.
You exactly right. Appreciate you, Coach, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Man, you go have a good one, bro.
Will do, man. It's Coach AJ, y'all. I mean, to that degree, he's 1,000,000% right. And then some people say, argue, well, he can't fire those guys technically, but hell yeah, he can pull away from stop showing up to 105.3 The Fan. He can pull away from having exclusive access to them, and give it all to Law Nation. But Jerry is what it is. We got the Anonymous, man. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What up, Law?
Not much, bro. What you got?
How you been, man?
I mean, hey, better than I deserve. What we got? Who this is right here? You don't got your name or none of that, or you just anonymous?
No, I'm just anonymous, man.
Okay, go ahead. The anonymous society, man. Let's go. Go ahead with it. What you got, man?
Just to speak good to you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, but like I said, this is what I say about the team, man. It's all about coming together, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out there, you got to come together.
Right.
You got to understand. You got to take your losses and take your wins.
Right.
If you don't take your losses and take your wins, you won't understand about losing or winning.
Yeah.
We done got knocked down, got back up. We done fought each other.
Yeah.
And got back up.
Yeah.
So I feel like instead of they talk about Mike McCarthy needs to just come out and just let that do his thing. I mean, let that do his thing. Put him in position and let that do his thing. Because that gonna do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, Dak gonna have to get focused, right? Get his mindset together, because heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd. Look, you ain't gonna make no less money than $250 million. So you got all of the money in the world. You done bulldoze your house down. You gonna build a new one. You finna jump the broom with your lady. You got a little one now. So he got a lot of responsibilities now. So the number one thing is to also inspire and to also deliver hope. When we get into the red zone, have these checkoff lists, as that Parcells said. Don't give the ball away. We coming off with 3 points. Damn it. Even if when we get to the 30, when we get to the 50, we are in field goal range. We should, whenever we move the ball past the 50, we in field goal range. We should at least score 3 is the minimum, right? So we got to understand, play to our strengths. And play to what we do best. We can't turn the ball over. We can't start pointing fingers about this and that, because by the time the next time the Cowboys lace them up, it'll be week 8. So we can't start talking about there's no preseason reps, right? There's no, hey, on the same page with the wide receivers. All of that stuff, all of those excuses got to be going out the window now. You're in the thick of it. You're in the middle of the year. So you should be having your bread and butter plays together, and you should be all on one accord.
You're right. You're right. So you know why? Mm-hmm. And plus, not only that, though, Ross, it's a thing that when you wake up in the morning, you thank God for what? Being here, right?
Yep.
You pray, right?
You pray, yep.
They need to take that prayer in the locker room And he need to have a real somebody to pray for them while they out there.
Yeah, he need to have somebody, man. I appreciate you for calling in, anonymous man, but I'm gonna let you go, man. Thank you so much, bro. Good call from you. Yeah.
Bless up, man.
Blessings. All right, y'all just get to the point. Let's make it quick. We got about 8 callers left on the line. I'm gonna get to all of y'all. You know, the therapy session. I got Swayze, the Objective Cowboy from the 908. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on,
Yeah.
Nah, I like the little spot that you do with the calls, man. Like, I just like hearing everyone's opinion.
Uh-huh.
I gotta address this. I usually don't do this, but I had to address him because he addressed me yesterday. Whatever his name is, VIP. He sounds like he smoked 1,000 cigarettes. Like he gotta be my dad's age. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I don't know if you realize I'm in my 20s. The only person that's slurping is you. You slurp that Prescott every single time you on the call. Like that's like you act like that's your boyfriend or something. Like, oh, don't talk about my boyfriend. Like, chill out, bro. Like damn, bro. Like he's like Dak Prescott. You old enough to be Dak Prescott's dad. Dak Prescott probably would respect you the amount of times you slurp him up. But you know what I'm saying? I'm over it. But I don't know if you heard what Brian Broderick said.
What did he say?
He alluded to what I said yesterday about Jerry Jones listening to the people around him.
Right.
Like I said before, Jerry is 82, 83 years old. He's not making any football decisions. Now, is he the final decision maker? Yes, like he's the final decision maker, but he's not making the day-to-day operation decisions. Like, all right, are we going to go after someone in free agency? Are we going to resign this person? Things of that nature. That's Stephen Jones.
But you know what, Swayze, let me just say this, though. You know, a double-minded person is wicked in all thy way. Like, Jerry Jones got to be one-minded here. If he listened to everyone, right, and he's the heart and soul of this team, and if everything that he says stops with him, then he needs to stop talking. Because by him ultimately saying that, hey, we will not be active in this trade situation or free agency, that shows or that gives the ops more and more ammunition. Just like if he goes out and do his show on Tuesday and say, well, there will be no Dalvin Cook or there will be no Bland, right? that throws off, you know, it puts the ops in a better situation. So I think that Jerry, he just need to hush. He's 82 years of age. If we're gonna throw around ages, and sit his ass down somewhere and let's just be a natural football team without him spitting 2 times or 3 times a week. That's what I would say, though, Swayze. But keep going.
But I agree with what Dak Prescott said. Dak Prescott, he said it. He said he doesn't take anything Jerry Jones says out in the open seriously. And I think that's what we should do. We should look at him as
an old senile guy.
Grandfather, like,
okay.
Yeah, like you ever went to Thanksgiving and you know your great grandfather just talking. You're like, that's just great granddad. Like that's just granddad. You know, like you gotta look at it from that way. The interview to actually listen to is the Stephen Jones interview, which I don't think he's. As Stephen Jones came out today and gave like an interview or any type of interview or content thing that Stephen Jones had done recently this week, I don't think so. Why is that?
I think Stephen Jones is scaling back a little bit. And he normally do 2 or 3. He normally compete with his dad. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard Stephen Jones speak as much as he used to in the last for this season.
Because I think one of the reasons why I think him and his father are fighting internally the same way with the Deion Sanders trade. I think Steven, he's I think when Jerry Jones dies, I think the team is gonna go to his daughter. I think his daughter, you know what I'm saying, like kind of like the Lakers where the genie bus. I think that's going to happen with the Dallas Cowboys because it's just proven that Stephen Jones and even Jerry Jones Jr. just from the marketing standpoint. They're just not doing a great job at the moment. Like they signed Dak Prescott too late. They couldn't decide when to sign Dak Prescott. That's Dak Prescott. They got Ezekiel Elliott back. They got rid of Dan Quinn, which we all know now was the real head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, which is crazy.
Shit.
They got rid of Dan Quinn. And he was the real head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, good.
It's over. But I say that I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna let everyone else go. I'm gonna say this: I'm like I said before, this season reminds me of the 2002 season where the enthusiasm with the fans was not there, and Jerry had to make a regulation of himself and hire a Bill Parcells. I think history repeats itself. We hired Bill Belichick, and it's going to be a Bill Belichick, Stephen Jones partnership where Bill Belichick might not pick the players, but he's going to tell Stephen Jones what players he wants and exactly which players he should get. I think that's what's going to happen next year. I think that's the best with the Dak Prescott situation because he's more of a technician more than a game changer. And, you know, again, it's a lot of running backs out in the draft next year. Ali Gordon, the dude from Boise State. I think this year was a soft rebuild. I think next year I really do think next year we're gonna be back to contenders. I think they learned their lesson this year.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. It's Swayze, yo. Yeah. There's a lot to talk to, you know, about. But I would say this, ladies and gentlemen. As I think and I rub my beard here, I will say this though. Life after Jerry could be, if you look at the structure, Stephen Jones don't even have Jerry's name, and he's older than Jerry Jr., right? So I know that there's them growing up, there was always a problem. Like, how he get to be the junior and I'm the oldest? You know what I'm saying? Like on our side of the culture, normally the oldest get the junior, you know, not the youngest. Let me know how that goes. So I don't know where Jerry is going to split up and do things as it relates to who should run this organization. Now, Charlotte Jones, I think that she would be a person that spends frequently. I think that she would adhere to allowing someone else to be the general manager and beyond. But Stephen Jones, yeah, he is tight-fisted. Yeah. Somebody says life after Jerry left him high. I think that Stephen Jones be trying to prove a point, and he's over proving the point there. And them boys, man, Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, they look like they the same age now. The daddy and the son look like they the same age. I've been saying that for many of times. All right, I got the 469. What's on your mind?
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's good?
I'm watching today, boy.
Yeah, he lying longer than Shaq feet, man. Where you at, man? It's like you in the bathroom or something, man. Where you at?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm off today. But yeah, I was about to. Yeah, I'm talking about the Cowboys. Mike Parsons. This is his time to shine after he come back from his injury. Yeah, I don't like the podcast thing, but that's the way of the world right now.
Yeah, it's the way of the world, man.
You know, that's the way it go. You know, so I think if he come out and play great, I'll keep him. I would never try to trade him because that's our best defensive person we got.
Yeah.
You know, in a long time. So keep Michael Parsons. Don't sit on your hands. Make some trades, Jerry. Make some trades. I know you don't want to, but if you want to win the season, you got to get another weapon and another defensive. I'm tired of seeing them go get these people from the XFL and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wait. Brandon Aubrey, like now, would you say dog? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Cavante Turpin like dog. Look at me. Yeah. So the Cowboys got a philosophy that they just try to do that over. They just try to whatever they did, they try to do it over again.
Yeah. They turn every stone over to try to find.
That's what they said, bro. They said, Lord, why you keep saying that they leave no stone unturned? Well, a damn pebble is a stone, and they be trying to turn them damn pebbles over.
We talked during the game. I don't know if you remember me, but yeah, man, I got to get rid of them coaches, man.
Got to, man, at this point.
The players do what's allowed. That's allowed. Hey.
Yeah.
We got to change up on that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. Beat the 49ers.
Beat the Niners, man.
Beat the Niners. And we're gonna split with the Eagles, split with the Redskins, and sweep the Giants. So you can still save the season.
Come on,
but you got to make some trades, man. You got to. That's the only way. If not, we'll be having drafts. We on the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's my call for today.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. You have a good one, bro.
You too. You have a great weekend, and we'll see if we can make some moves, man. Gotta make some moves.
No doubt, man. Good call from him. All right, I got Marcus, man. You're live from the 513, and then we have Jimmy. Marcus, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, brother, man?
Not much, man. Talk to me, man. What you got?
Oh, man. This is the first time in a while I've actually felt relatively concerned with this organization. Even last year, I know we kind of had our woes in the first few weeks and everything, but I felt pretty confident that we were going to put it all together. But right now, for me, it's very difficult for me to feel very optimistic. I mean, of course, I am still supporting our boys, and I love them, and I feel like we're going to win games. But, man, it's looking really rough with the things that are the struggles. Now, do you feel like they're going to keep Tyler Smith at left tackle moving forward?
There are some reports that Tyler Guyton is getting better, and we won't have full details until next week. But the moment he is up to go, they're gonna kick Tyler Guyton back out at left tackle, slide Tyler Smith back inside. Yeah, that's from what I was told, or what I heard, and unfortunately, that's just how that is. I think that you gotta. That's growing pains. It's growing pains. Yep.
Oh man. And another thing too is, man, I couldn't help but laugh watching that interview with Jerry on 105.
Yeah.
And it just truly amazes me to see how he really sticks with the "I like our guys." I mean, even when you're about 5 Pro Bowl caliber players down on your team. Mm-hmm. And you're still going to say that and not put any effort whatsoever to even say, like, I'm going to seek to find a trade or, like, some type of player that can help with where our injured players are.
Right.
Like, nothing at all. Like, not even bringing it up. I mean, it's very interesting. It's a little concerning to me, honestly. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, when you get to a chance to see in face value operating out of comfort, when you could say that 30 other teams can't do that and say, hey, we like our guys, because you don't have the general manager and the owner in that room. These other guys, they don't operate out of comfort. There's no growth in comfort. People want six packs. Yeah. People want stomach muscles, et cetera, and big shoulders and strong arms and stuff like that. You can't get that just by laying on the couch eating ice cream. You got to make some sacrifice. You got to make some movement. You got to put in the work to get the results. And Jerry Jones, he's operating out of comfort. He can say that because he owns this team. No one else can say that in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then on the upside, though, the part of me that is optimistic is that we are the Cowboys. We're still 3-3. And yes, all of our losses have been demolishing, but at the same time, we are 3-3 in a league that is very competitive this year.
Yeah.
And with that being said, to be 3-3, but also have all of these issues, including a lot of injuries that a lot of teams would not be able to handle, that's where my optimism comes in, because we do have a lot of veterans on this team that have been through adversity, including our quarterback. And if our quarterback had just kind of been on the same page with CeeDee with a couple of plays, then we'd be having completely different ball games that we're talking about. I mean, that first interception in the last game, and this really stuck with me too. It was like, what was it? It was 3-0 at the time, right? 3-0, and then we were about to score a touchdown, but then he threw that errant interception to CeeDee. So just thinking, like, if that would have been a touchdown, or if we would have scored a touchdown in a different way on that drive,
right,
it would have been 10-0. And then that would have been a completely different shift of a game. So it's those little tiny errors that if we can just not make those miscalculated errors, then it's a completely different ball game. We got to win.
Gotta
So
win, man.
it's going to be interesting. Bland's going to be coming back next week, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to have Micah coming back, right?
So supposedly, yep. And then D-Law
And
down the
then-
stretch. I mean,
D-Law.
from an optimistic aspect of it, no one saw the Green Bay Packers around this time. They got hot in December and then they went on a tear. So maybe that could be the same song. Only Super Bowl that Mike McCarthy won was in the same light. They snuck into the postseason and they were able to get down things and win a Super Bowl ring. So, I mean, the season is long. Other teams will experience wins and losses and crazy losses, just like the damn Saints. They haven't won since they beat us, So
Yeah, that blew me away, man.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that the team that's hot now will not be hot, but what we looking at and what we are pointing out lively is that the team going to have to make some shifts on the offensive side, because on the defensive side, we get it. A lot of guys hurt, but on the offensive side, ain't a lot of people hurt. That's more on the defensive side. So that's why we are talking the way we are talking right now.
Yeah, and then the last thing I also have to bring up too is we got to really consider Deron Bland's coming back.
Right.
I mean, this is a huge difference between having Trayvon on one side and then I can't even say 27's last name on the other side, or Carson's on the other side. You're going to put a Deron Bland back there.
Yeah.
All pro, high caliber player. So then that completely is going to change the dynamic for the quarterback a little bit at least. And then on top of that, you're at Micah coming back. And we got also account last game. Our middle linebacker who calls the middle plays of the field, Kendricks was out as well.
Right.
I mean, that's a huge loss in the middle of our defense when you guys know how Damone Clark plays.
Yeah.
So things to consider, in a real factual manner of what we have coming back. It's not time for the panic button. We're 3-3 still. But that's all I got to say.
No doubt.
How about them boys?
How about him, man? He says not time for the panic, man. And he's right to that degree. All right, I got Jimmy from the 781 and then the 469. All right, Jimmy, talk to me, man.
What's up, my brother?
Not much, bro.
What you doing, man? Happy Friday. Listen, what a week for us Cowboy fans, huh? Wow.
Oh, yeah, we can sit back, man. My ties now, man. We chill.
Listen, I got to tell you, everyone says, oh, the poor Cowboys. How about the poor fans that we got to deal with this crap? You know what I mean? We have to, see people and deal with all the talk. And everyone's talking about the Cowboys. Even though the Saints will lose 5 games in a row, it doesn't matter. It's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it such a powerful brand. That's why we are America's team, because we are the most polarizing team in the world. That's it. There's no other way around it. Number 2, great show last night with Andre Gerard. That was great. But those boys better stop stopping you, man.
Stop. They're stop. That's the OG's way. Stop. They won't let me get my point off,
Exactly. But you know what? I haven't lost faith in this team. I think when we get some of our players back healthy, hopefully we can improve. Hopefully Jerry will break down and make some kind of trade. I'm not holding on to that because I haven't seen anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main issue with this team, Law, is the so-called superstars, the so-called elite players, have not been producing. I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
Any other team, they might, have their backups playing and not playing great, but Mahomes will always play great. Kelsey will always play great. The problem is Dak's not playing great. CeeDee's not playing great.
Right.
Ferguson's not playing great.
Keep
so
going.
That's our issue. Our so-called elite superstar players that we paid a ton of money to are not producing.
You're right, man. If anybody that need to have a great game will be those triplets. It have to be Dak, 88 and 87. They're gonna have to play great. But it's hard when you got Zach Martin of all people getting blown up off the ball, and then Terrence Steele being a turnstile, and the only good pieces on the offensive line been Tyler Smith and Cooper Beebe to a degree. So, yeah, and then he got to get better on certain things because he's a rookie, you know. So we are in and he's playing a new position. And that's what they brought up last night, that all of those things, you throw it all into the mix, boom, you have chaotic Cowboy play, highs and lows and highs. So hopefully, man, if we can just rest up this week, pray for some losses for the Washington team and the Eagles, and then bam, shoot, we playing for first place next week. Playing for first place, but go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Right. The only saving grace is, like you said, we got a weak division.
Right.
And I honestly do feel if a team that wins 9 games this year could possibly win this division.
Man, that's the only thing. But we got to slow down to Washington. We got to slow them down. Appreciate you for calling in, Chief. Yeah.
They're our biggest threat. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you have a great weekend, and we will talk soon.
Yes, indeed. That's Jimmy the Greek, man. JTG, man. Jimmy the Greek, man. Good call from him. Very balanced approach. Just like the last caller, too, you know. Very balanced approach about how things can turn around for us. But last but not least, man, Timothy, man. Tim, man, when you're live from the 469, talk to me.
Hey, what's up with the Knucklebucker Best? And I'll tell you right now, you listen to Timothy Watson, will give you nothing but the truth, baby.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I gonna balance things down here. I gonna balance some stuff out here, man. I'll tell you right now, man. The first, you know what I'm saying, about Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Detroit came into the house and took the manhood. We got raped by Detroit.
Lord.
And when you get your manhood taken, you got to go fight and get it back. Come on, brother. You gotta fight, get it back.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
You gotta fight. You gotta fight. So that's you know what I'm saying. That's what we gonna do when we play them. We ever play them again. We will see them again one day. This year or next year, we will see them again. We will get them. But I'll tell you right now. Look, I love my Cowboys, and I will stick with them. To do your point, I will stay with my team. And I'll tell you right now, I'm a Cowboy fan to ever since I was a little baby, when I was crawling. When I was crawling for that football. I'm telling you right now, when I seen my bloodline, when I bleed a silver and blue.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Come on, brother. When I seen Sean Aikman said discipline. When I seen Michael Irvin said discipline.
Okay.
When I seen
come on with it.
The cornerback, number 21, Deion Sanders, baby, said he said straight up. He said discipline. When you don't got discipline on the team, come on, brother.
Come on
you
with
got
it.
Discipline on the team. You're not gonna win a game.
Come on with
brother.
it. Come on with it.
So to win a game, we all got to come together. Whoa, come on.
Come on with it. Keep going.
We all got to come together and fight and keep fighting and say no matter what the medicine's saying about us.
Yeah.
Carl Walker's being saying.
Come on with it.
We could do it. We could fight and we could get our manhood back.
Yeah.
To get the manhood back, we gotta fight till you die.
Come on with it.
So we're gonna win. We will win one day. Just like
let's get it.
Said. Maybe I'm not gonna get that with you.
Right.
But good God, we free at last.
Free at last.
We will win.
Yeah.
We will win one day.
We're gonna win.
People. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We will do it. So I thank you for helping me on here. And I appreciate it, man. And let me tell you something. Everybody be encouraged, Cowboys fans, and one day we will rise up.
Rise up.
Oh, well, come on.
Yeah, come on with it.
Help me on.
Appreciate you, Tim. Yeah.
No problem.
One of these days, we're going to rise. We're going to stand tall or not at all. And as the caller said, as the great Dr. Martin Luther King says, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Hey, who threw that rock over there? That was Martin Luther King. Non-violence, non-violence. Hey, man, security. It's one of them damn boys threw that damn rock. And put that damn German Shepherd back on the leash. Put that water hose away. Because at the end of the day, we're Fred last. Keep hope alive. Keep grinding. Don't stop. Get it. Cowboy Nation, I'm crazy as hell, but hey, y'all know keep hope alive. Hope is this right here. Hold on, pain is ending. I really plastic collection paid. Oh, boy, it's getting me crunk, boy. I'm about to put my helmet on. I was going to get ready to play. Come on with it. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse Jackson, the Cowboys fan. Jay Lombardi, appreciate you, man. You know, but at the end of the day, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? And what matters to this team the most is we just got to figure it out. We got to understand that the football season is long. You know, the same team y'all praising now, y'all be talking about later, bad later. Yeah, if you think I'm lying, you know, I see a few of y'all in here. I seen y'all, you know, I am awake. Yeah, I know who you are, you know. But, yeah, I'm old enough to remember around this time last year. Well, Montisha and them at Montisha, you know. Yeah. So y'all may be looking great right now. But hey, this season is a long one. It's longer than Jay Leno's chin. So we got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of that, on the way out, man, if we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. You know, for those who donated, you guys will be entered into the drawings for this beautiful helmet. So beautiful, I don't even want to give it away now. Shoot. But it is nice. Shout out to everybody, man, for y'all support, your love and adulations. Yeah. Got two of them over here, baby. Come on, Clash of the Helmets over here. Yeah. Come on with it. They say the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. And tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for a soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, and life is earnest, and the grave is not his goal. Dust I are, to dust return. Was it even spoken of the soul? In his worlds of broad fields of battle and bivouacs of life, be not like a dumb-driven cattle, but be a hero in the strife. Lives of great men all remind us we can live our lives sublime in departing, leave behind us footprints on the mighty sands of time. Time is all what we have right now. I am awake. Are you? Gerard, Sauce. You know, Jay Lombardi, I appreciate you. Give me some fires in the chat if you didn't hit that like button and share this content. On the way out, they say that prize fighter continued to swing even when he's down. Unless he's Nate Robinson. A few years ago, he tried to get into a ring with somebody. He got laid out. But how willing are we willing to fight? Are we folding up like wallets and lawn chairs? Are we giving up to the moments of things in life? Are we willing to play through the triples of the echoes of the whistles? Where are we at? Who's ready to take on this particular thing, this battle? Shout out to all of the folks that's on the Instagram page too. We're live there. Shout out to y'all. Mama said, baby boy, can you leave me with that quote you always say from Les Brown and Jim Rowan? When the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one, right? But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap. If life itself seems empty, and it will, and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan, and to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, on my way out, you will get it, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. In the words of prime time for your mind, baby. Let's get on up out of here.
Give me my theme music.
Yeah, baby. Come on. The longest marathon show in the land. Brought to you by Law Nation Sports. Come on. And roll those credits. Shout out to you, JL. Salute to all of the super chats. Jay Versick, appreciate you. Swayze, Matt Leslie, and I know it was more. I don't know what's wrong with the thing there, but we here. Come on with it. Come on. Come on with it. Alright.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still say and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to the game.
I'm with I'm with T-Black, I'm with Reverend now.
Who with Law, baby?
Yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Hey.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
All right.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and codes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone.
I been rolling along.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pill at night.
Come on, give me some fire in the chat, baby. Come on with it, man. Let's get ready to fight, man. Got my guy, music out. Come on, baby. Let me get some of this fight in us, man.
I spoke with Michael and Elijah. And
I'm gonna get this fight on this thing.
You do
Come on with it.
like they did it. I wanted to stand in front of my boys and
say,
like your dad.
What we gonna fight, baby?
And at that moment, a voice came over.
Come on with it.
Let
me get some fires in this thing, baby, before I get on up out of here.
Get up and don't ever give up.
The fight started, baby.
Come on.
Get back on your 2 feet and get that done. Don't contemplate it. Let's get that done. This video televised for who couldn't
Y'all
make
check
it.
out my guy.
Touch,
dialogue, all of the boys over there.
Fight. They know just how we come in this Dallas.
Come on, Max Crosby. Come on over here, baby. What we don't do, baby?
Fight. We don't never give up.
We don't never give up over here. We We ain't giving up over here. Y'all might have gave up, but we ain't giving up, man. Come on with it.
We don't never give up. The fight started,
Come on.
baby. Get back on your 2 feet and get that done. Don't contemplate it. Let's get that dirty video.
Come on, Giants this weekend, baby. Come on, Panthers. Come on, baby.
Fight. They know just how we come in this Dallas, boy. We tryna fight. Lights on, it's time to fight. Fight. Come on. Game time, it's time to fight. Fight. We don't never give up.
Come on with it. Slap them haters around, baby.
We don't never give up.
What more do you want from me?
We don't never give up.
Hey. Come on with it. Oh, the Cowboys just signed Law Nation. They just signed me, baby. They just fool around and signed me. Come on, get like me, baby. Can't wait for y'all to check out this one right here, though.
Take a drink of my cigarette. Bring me out.
Come on with it. Yeah. Come on with it. Thank you. And remember, you're listening. Nothing but the best.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Come on with it.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
Rex.
7 years of the perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one.
Podcast Parsons, where you at?
Let's go, man.
There you go.
Let's go. This is not all in one. Emotional damage. Street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Let me crack your cranium, fertilize your brain.
I follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do,
Player two. And remember, you're listening to the sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies. Magic. Law Nation. The Fan.
Let's go, man! So far. Let's go! If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
God sees in you what you don't see in yourself. And that's why he chose you to break generation cycles. And he about to open door for you that no man can shut. That no man can shut. Because he wants to be a witness for what he about to do. Woo! My God. He wants them to be a witness for what he about to do. So keep faith. Keep faith. And don't worry about if God gonna do it. Because it's already done. It's already done. You
Appreciate
are
you, Mark.
Victory's upon you. I need y'all to receive this message. Big dog. Yeah, that's right.
Please come home. I got beans and
Let's go, man! Let's go! See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're going to have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. I want to get mine out the mud. I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts.
I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me.
Right.
And somebody to
Yeah.
see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on. No. It may sound harsh, but I'm going to beat myself up so the world can't beat me up. Because the world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. And once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. What else I got to conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always going to be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it. The flowers don't chase the bees.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm
just
living. Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still in ball? Sacrifice. Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord. There's clearly been a miscommunication, Jesus. Just saying this burden is a little bit too heavy for your servant, Lord. I'm just saying, Jesus, my cup runneth over, Lord, is what I'm saying. The thing is, I ain't even thirsty, Jesus, not a little bit. You can take this whole cup, the pitcher, and all of it, Jesus.
Come on, choir. Come on with it.
I'm still in ball. Call and check on me.
But we tell her one more time. I'm still.
Them boys.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Only one treat, and that is my guy, CeeDee Lamb. We up out of here. Wait a minute, I am awake. Oh shoot! Hey, now see, I was gonna leave, and now you did that to us. You gonna do that? Oh my gosh! Did y'all get that breaking news earlier today? Oh, we got some breaking news on my way out.
The answer, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you.
Come on with it.
Team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight you did? Let's go.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Let me get on up out of here, man.